Hi, at ESF Belgium we're trying to tackle gender mainstreaming using behavioral insights. We started from the observation that gender mainstreaming as it is now is very fuzzy, very abstract. We don't want them to just think about gender, we want them to act. We want people to take gender into account when they are planning actions. We want people to act according to gender equality. So this gives us a few problems, a few questions that we need to ask first, like what exactly is the behavior we are aiming at? What is gender mainstreaming as a behavior? Second question is, if you know what the behavior is that you should establish, what is holding you back? And once we know what the behavior is that you need to establish and what's holding you back, the third question is, what can help you to act accordingly? So the first thing we did was to check out that behavior. What is gender mainstreaming as behavior? And we came to the idea that we want kind of like a gender reflex. A reflex is something that you do almost automatically. You get a stimulus and then you get a response. If, then. If, then. If this happens, then you do that. If this happens, then you do that. So what were these elements that make up a reflex? What are these elements that make up a gender reflex? We found 3 kinds of gender reflex. First one is, if you plan something, then you aim for total gender accessibility. Secondly, if that event, that action is over, then you evaluate the gender participation. And after the evaluation, we want a new reflex. We want you to check if the participation was low or high. And if that participation was low, then you need to check what went wrong and adjust accordingly. What went wrong? What can I do to better it? And then it starts all over again. Next question is, what is holding you back to aim for total gender accessibility? Is it sheer evil? Probably not. Probably you miss insight. What are you expected to do? Maybe you don't know. Maybe nobody told you. Or maybe your expectations are low. Maybe you think if you try to do it that people won't like what you did. Maybe you have tried it over and over again, time and time again. And every time people said it's not gender accessible enough. Or maybe you think whatever I do, it's not good enough. So your expectations are low. Or maybe you think it'll be a hassle. Maybe you're afraid of the burden that will be put on your shoulder, the administration you'll have to go through. It's all extra work, and for what? Or maybe you just slide back into your old habits and start working, planning, and when somebody tells you or asks you about your gender mainstreaming, you say, oh darn, I forgot it again. Next time I'll think about it. And next time you'll forget all over again. You slide back into old habits. So what can help us? What can help you? To see what can help you, we need to think about what it is that makes up a reflex. A reflex is made up of stimuli, reflexes, and effects. Stimuli, reflex, effect. So, in this particular case, we need gender reflexes and we need affirming effects. You always need an affirming effect to consolidate a reflex, especially when we ask people to do extra things that they're not supposed to do or not about to do or not used to do, then we need to affirm that they had done a great job. So what do we need to establish a stimulus reflex effect chain, well, first of all, you need to remind me of the if-then reflex. You need to remind me over and over again that this is what we need to do. If I plan something, then I need to aim for total gender accessibility. If-then, if-then, if-then. I need to keep reminding people of that. Once we have established what the if-then chain is, we need to show the people that this is the if moment. We know if this, then that. Well, we need to tell them this is if. This is that moment. This is the stimuli. Show me the if stimuli. Show me that I need to act now. Thirdly, when I know that I have to act, make it easy for me to act. Make the then easy. Show the if stimuli, make the then easy. And of course, the chain is only complete when I get the affirming effect. So we need to establish that as well. We need to prove the people right. We need to tell them they have done the right thing. We need to tell them that it made sense, that it was good that they did that. And the ESF, we have translated that into a 4-letter word. Remind me of the if-then chain by giving attention to gender mainstreaming. Remind me that this is the if moment by filling in reflex reminders. Give me reflex reminders. And make the then moment easy by offering support. And establish the affirming effect by working on the motivation. Those 4 elements are the main elements of the gender mainstreaming campaign that ESF Belgium is trying to establish. So we've got 4 letters, R, A, O, M, which make up for amour, if you like to. Or if you're not into the whole love thing, you could always go to Rome, as so many roads do. Thank you.